Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening everyone. My name is Najla Adizka Defria Budiarto. I am from Advanced Speaking A2 class. Today I will do a presentation of an article titled Developing Speaking Skill in EFL English Course. This article is written by Citra Priski Abadi. Background. Speaking English in a daily conversation is still difficult for Indonesian students to practice, even though they have been studying English for 10 years in formal junior high school, senior high school, and university. The goal of teaching English is to provide assessment for students to apply the language in the different contexts of communication. Many EFL teachers complain about their students are not responding actively in speaking activities. Related to this case, it is necessary to identify the main factors affecting the students' participation. Research objectives. The objectives of this article is first, to describe factors contributing the development of speaking skill. Second, to describe teachers' techniques and strategies in developing speaking skill in EFL's class. Theoretical framework. There are factors that determine the effectiveness of developing speaking activities in and outside class. Teaching and learning are a very complex operation. As a result, the success of classroom teaching depends on many factors. These factors may affect students negatively during the teaching experience. First, large number of students, which usually consists of 40 students or more, became problematic. Such section provides fewer opportunities for them to speak English. Second, students tend to conceal their mistakes and weakness to protect them from being laughed at. As the result, they are unwilling to speak English. So the less they practice, the less they improve their speaking skills and the more they are afraid of doing so. Last, most teachers prefer teaching grammar to productive skills such as speaking and writing. This is supported by Mustafa, who explains that many teachers in Asia tend to teach on grammar, items, and knowledge of syntax. Research method. The design of this research is ethnography principle. The data were largely collected through observation, artifact, and interviews. The participant of this research is Peace English Academy and Peace Camp for Boy in Pare, Kediri, East Java. The data analysis used in this research is Miles and Huberman's interactive model of data analysis. There are 4 instruments in this research method. The first is observing and recording with camera and sound recorder of the process of teaching and learning English speaking in and outside class of Peace Camp for Boy. In this process, the researcher recorded the activities and took pictures of the process of teaching and learning English speaking. The second one is interviewing the teachers and students. This interview is done after the researcher observed the class and outside by sound recorder. The third one is doing a transcript the important utterances. Researcher describes the techniques, strategies, and some variables in teaching and learning English speaking in Peace class and camp from video and sound recording. The fourth one is analyzing the data collection. The data collection are questionnaires, video recording, sound recording, file notes, and teaching materials. The data were analyzed using Miles and Huberman's interactive model of data analysis. The data were analyzed through 3 cyclical steps, namely data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing or verification. Results or findings. The results and findings of this research is teachers and students factor are the main factors that impacted also determined variable of developing speaking skill. The teacher factors is the main factor impacting process variable of developing speaking skill because the activities completed in class connected with teacher formative experiences, teacher training experiences, and teaching skills. Most aspects of classroom learning involve the teacher. The teachers use 4 techniques for developing English speaking skill. These are, first, elicitation techniques that consist of group discussion, dialogues, conversation, question and answers, oral report, or interview. The second one is techniques of integrating speaking skills with other skills, such as listening with speaking or grammar with speaking. The third one is techniques of assessing speaking skill, in which teacher creates the unique activities to give many opportunities for students to speak English in class. The fourth one is techniques for responding to learners' errors and mistakes. In these techniques, teacher always asks the students to bring the card of shock therapy that helps the students to know their weakness in speaking. Students' factors are the main central factor that determine variable of developing speaking skills. These factors are such as seating arrangements, materials, and teaching facilities based on students' needs and conditions. The common strategies that the teacher always does in Peace English Academy and Peace Camp for Boys are the teachers help the students to keep on talking through teaching them speaking strategies such as gestures. Second, the teachers always help the students to discover what ways of learning work best for them in developing speaking skills. Third, the teachers help the students to find quick ways of recalling what students have learned by using rhymes, particular contexts, and personal experiences. Fourth, the teachers help the students to ask for error correction. Fifth, the teachers encourage their students to speak English outside class. And sixth, the teachers help the students not to be so much concerned with accuracy. Conclusion. First, teachers and students' factors contributed in developing English speaking skill. Teachers' factors are their formative experiences, their teacher training experiences, and teaching skills. The students' factors are seating arrangements, materials, and teaching facilities based on their need and conditions. The second one is the teachers use 4 techniques for developing English speaking skill. These techniques are, first, elicitation technique that consists of group discussion, dialogues, conversation, question and answers, oral report, and interview. The second one is techniques of integrating speaking skill with other skills, such as listening with speaking or grammar with speaking. The third one is techniques of assessing speaking skill, in which teachers create the unique activities to give many opportunities for students to speak English in class. The fourth one is techniques for responding to learner errors and mistakes. In these techniques, teacher always asks the students to bring the card of shock therapy that helps the students to know their weakness in speaking. From all that have been discussed and analyzed so far, some conclusions have been drawn. It is obvious that the role of a language teacher is to create the best conditions for learning. The teachers are playing active roles in developing speaking skills. They use many kinds of teaching strategies and techniques to develop speaking skill. They focus on doing activities in real activities through conversation, discussion, role play, oral report, question and answer, and debate. Generally, the teachers are easier playing in their roles in presenting the lesson, giving appropriate practice, supervising and monitoring the practice sessions, motivating the learners, giving activities for free production, and encouraging students to always use English outside their classrooms, such as English Camp. The students are very active because the teaching materials are based on the students' need for communicating in English area. In this case, it's Peace Camp for Boy, and it is because the seating arrangement is to be favorable for developing speaking skills. And that marks the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.